Welcome back to Timeless Messages from the I Ching. This is Stephen. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video, there's a reason for it. Your angels, your spirit guides, your creator, your high self, your divine inner light has guided you here. There are reasons for that, and wherever you're at in your life, the messages intended through this video are here to help you with a new perspective and a new path to help you through wherever you're dealing with. So this is a general reading, and it's what are the most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. What are the most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they view this video? So without further ado, let's throw the coins and determine the hexagram or hexagrams. Most beneficial messages for the readers or the viewers at the time they find this video. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video, whether that's in 10 years or 2 weeks. Most beneficial messages for the viewers. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. Number 7. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. Number 6. Okay. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they view this video. And the final toss, most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. Most beneficial messages for the viewers at the time they find this video. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see what this is. This marker's running out of juice, but I think it's still fairly legible. Okay, let's see what we got here. Now, if you want to just close your eyes, if you have the ability to do so, and just take some deep breaths and relax your muscles and just listen to the messages and see how it applies to your current situation, where you're at in your life right here and now. Okay. So we have the abysmal water over heaven. Chen is heaven, the abysmal water is Kan. And then it changes to Tui. See if I can put this over here. Yes. Tui. And Chen remains the same. Tui over Chen. So this is 43. 43. And Kan and Chen is 5. All right, let's find out what they are. So just relax, take some breaths, think about what your current situation is and how these messages may apply. So the first hexagram oftentimes is considered as, this is the first hexagram. This is oftentimes considered addressing your question or your situation, giving you a picture of your situation, where things have been or where things currently still are. Now we have a changing line here, so there is a change from this hexagram to this hexagram. You can look at movement going from the current situation to a new situation, or guidance. You can look at this as the original guidance that's totally relevant, and then a new perspective that comes through, which is also here to guide you with clarity and enlightenment. So the hexagram Su, H-S-U, waiting or nourishment. Waiting and nourishment. Okay. And number 43, let's find out what that is. Okay, breakthrough, resoluteness. Nice. Breakthrough. Resoluteness. Confident and you're resolute in your decision. Confident in your decision. Okay, so waiting, nourishment. All beings have need of nourishment from above, but the gift of food comes in its own time, and for this one must wait. This hexagram shows the clouds in the heavens giving rain to refresh all that grows and to provide humanity with food and drink. The rain will come in its own time. We cannot make it come. We have to wait for it. The idea of waiting is further suggested by the attributes of the two trigrams. Strength within, danger in front. Strength in the face of danger does not plunge ahead, but bides its time, whereas weakness in the face of danger grows agitated and doesn't have the patience to wait. The judgment, waiting. If you are sincere, you have light and success. Perseverance brings good fortune. It furthers one to cross the great water. Waiting is not mere empty hoping. Waiting has the inner certainty of reaching the goal. And such certainty alone gives the light, or that light, which leads to success. This leads to the perseverance that brings good fortune and bestows power to cross the great water. One is faced with a danger that has to be overcome. Weakness and impatience can do nothing. Only a strong person can stand up to their fate, for their inner security enables them to endure to the end. This strength shows itself in uncompromising truthfulness with themselves. It is only when we have the courage to face things exactly as they are, without any sort of self-deception or illusion, that a light will develop out of these events, whereby a path to success will be recognized. This recognition must be followed by resolute and persevering action, for only the person who goes to meet their fate resolutely is equipped to deal with it adequately. Then this person will be able to cross the great water. That is to say, this person will be capable of making the necessary decision and of rising above the danger. Crossing the great water is undertaking some great task or project rather than small things, crossing a little pond or crossing a little puddle. That's you're not doing a big thing, but that's okay. Sometimes the time requires that you don't cross the great water or do something massive. Sometimes you just need to cross the stream or the puddle, and that's enough. Okay, so the image, clouds rising up to heaven, the image of waiting. Thus the superior person eats and drinks and is joyous and of good cheer. When clouds rise in the sky, it is a sign that it will rain. There is nothing to do but to wait until the rain falls. It is the same in life when destiny is at work. We should not worry and seek to shape the future by interfering in things before the time is ripe. We should quietly fortify the body with food and drink, and the mind with gladness and good cheer. Fate comes when it will, and thus we are ready. Okay, so the changing line is the 6th and the 4th position. And the 6th and the 4th position means waiting in blood. Get out of the pit. Oh, wow, interesting. So the situation is extremely dangerous. It is of utmost gravity now, a matter of life and death. Bloodshed seems imminent. There is no going forward or backward. We are cut off as if in a pit. Now we must simply stand fast and let fate take its course. This composure, which keeps us from aggravating the trouble by anything we might do, is the only way of getting out of the dangerous pit. So it talks about a situation that is very dangerous, and it's very important to take note of this, a matter of life and death, in fact, it states. Bloodshed seems imminent, so pay attention and be careful. We are cut off as if in a pit. So we must stand fast and let fate take its course. So with this composure, which keeps us from aggravating the trouble by anything we might do, this is the way of getting out of the dangerous pit. So be careful, be very, very careful. This definitely points, this particular change points to a very dangerous situation. Okay, so again, it's pretty obvious what this hexagram is talking about. It's talking about being of good cheer, fortifying your body and your mind with food and drink, and being joyous, and taking your time waiting. But of course, waiting is not mere empty hoping, because waiting has an inner certainty that it's reaching its goal. And this certainty gives the light which leads to success. And perseverance brings good fortune and bestows power to cross the great water. The great water, again, is some large project or task, as in contrast to crossing a puddle or a little stream. So a person is faced with a danger that has to be overcome, but they should not be impatient or weak. Okay, they should meet their fate, and this inner security, by meeting their fate, can enable this person to endure to the end. Okay, the important thing to remember as well is be uncompromising and truthful with yourself. Okay, you need to be completely in uncompromising truthfulness, be completely honest with yourself. And so we also have to be absolutely looking at things exactly as they are, without any sort of self-deception or illusion. Like, don't look at things how you'd like them to be. This is not what you should be doing right now. Look at things exactly as they are, without your hopes and dreams and expectations and fears and worries. Just look at things exactly as they are. Okay, very important. Have the courage to face things exactly as they are. That will develop a light out of which a path to success will be recognized. And this recognition must also, when you recognize the path to take, then this recognition must be followed by persevering action. Okay? So that's pretty much the upshot of waiting and nourishment, and it transitions to the complementary hexagram, breakthrough and resoluteness, coming up. Excuse me. So, breakthrough, resoluteness, number 43, Kuai. This hexagram signifies, on the one hand, a breakthrough after a long accumulation of tension, as a swollen river breaks through its dikes, or in the matter of a cloudburst that drops rain upon the land. On the other hand, applied to human conditions, breakthrough and resoluteness refer to the time when inferior people gradually begin to disappear. This is a time when inferior people gradually begin to disappear. Their influence is on the wane, is going away. As a result of resolute action, a change in conditions occurs, a breakthrough. And this hexagram is linked with the third month of April-May. The judgment, breakthrough. One must resolutely make the matter known at the court of the king. It must be announced truthfully. Danger. It is necessary to notify one's own city. It does not further to resort to arms or weapons. It furthers one to undertake something. Even if only one inferior person is occupying a ruling position in a city, this person is able to oppress superior people. Even a single passion still lurking in the heart has power to obscure your reason. Passion and reason cannot exist side by side. Therefore, fight without stopping. Fighting without stopping is necessary if the good is to prevail. In a resolute struggle of the good against evil, there are, however, definite rules that must not be disregarded if it is to succeed. First, resolution must be based on a union of strength and friendliness. Second, a compromise with evil is not possible. Evil must under all circumstances be openly discredited, nor must our own passions and shortcomings be glossed over, passed over. Third, the struggle must not be carried on directly by force. For example, if evil is branded, it thinks of weapons, and if we do it the favor of fighting against it blow by blow, we lose in the end because we get ourselves entangled in hatred and passion. Therefore, it's important to begin at home, to be on guard in our own persons against the faults we have branded or labeled. In this way, finding no opponent, the sharp edges of the weapons of evil become dulled. For the same reasons, we should not combat our own faults directly. As long as we wrestle with them, our faults continue victorious. Finally, the best way to fight evil is to make energetic progress in the good. The image. The lake has risen up to heaven, the image of breakthrough. Thus, the superior person dispenses riches downward and refrains from resting on their virtues. When the water of a lake has risen up to heaven, there is reason to fear a cloudburst. Taking this as a warning, the superior person forestalls a violent collapse, prevents a violent collapse. If a person were to pile up riches for themselves alone, without considering others, this person certainly would experience a collapse. For all gathering is followed by dispersion. So when you accumulate, then you disperse. Therefore, the superior man and woman begins to distribute while they are accumulating. In the same way, in developing their character, the superior person takes care not to become hardened in obstinacy or stubbornness, but to remain receptive to impressions by help of strict and continuous self-examination. Oftentimes, this self-examination is assisted through brief contemplative introspection periods. You can call it meditation if you want. You can call it deep relaxation, where you close your eyes, you breathe, you tune into your inner light, your inner being, and you let the divine messages, the unconscious being, unconscious mind, give you enlightened messages to help you on your path. Just 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day, believe it or not, makes a big difference. It's just a wonderful process. So in this transition, or this complementary hexagram of breakthrough and resoluteness, we see that inferior people are beginning to disappear. Their influence is no longer as prevalent. Resolute action is, breakthrough requires a resolute action, okay? It furthers one to undertake something. But again, this undertaking, we should not take on the struggle by direct force. We should allow things to transition and change. We should work on our own character, and we have to be united with our own inner strength and friendliness. We can't just be strong and unfriendly. We want to be friendly and strong. Again, a compromise with evil is not possible. Evil must be discredited under all circumstances. We must be willing to look at our own shortcomings, our own passions, without glossing over those. Okay? And we don't want to fight against evil directly. So, and if evil doesn't find us to be an opponent, if we're not fighting against something evil either within ourselves, a negative pattern, a negative belief, a negative outlook, a negative situation we find ourselves in, if we don't fight by force evil, then it will not find us to be an opponent. Just as much as we should not fight evil directly, we should not directly combat our own faults. We should see them, acknowledge them, and then pay attention to see how things can unfold differently in the new present moments that unfold. We shouldn't wrestle with evil, nor should we wrestle with our own faults. If we do, then evil and our own faults will continue in a victorious fashion. Finally, the best way to fight evil and to combat our own faults is to make strong and energetic progress in the good. Okay? The other important message in regards to breakthrough and resoluteness is that in order to prevent a violent collapse, a superior person, when they're being blessed, when they are accumulating, gathering is accumulation, they don't just pile up riches for themselves alone and not consider others, because that could lead and would lead to a collapse. For accumulation and gathering of resources and things is followed by dispensing, giving away money, doing nice things for people, giving away items and so forth. So you get a balance here. You're accumulating, and then you're also sharing as well, giving away. So the superior person distributes while they are accumulating. And this, in the same way, in developing their character, the superior person does not become hardened in stubbornness, but they remain open and receptive to inner impressions by help of a strict and continuous self-examination. So this idea of taking 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day to close your eyes, breathe, and go within to listen to those inner impressions is very wise. Talks strongly about this as well. So I would listen to this reading 2 or 3 more times and write down the most important topics, the most important highlights from this, and then refer to these throughout your coming days and weeks, perhaps even longer, however long it is you feel you need to begin to integrate this message into your current situation. And as you can more fully integrate these ideas into your life, the next time that these particular situations come into being, you will be much more readily prepared to go through them. You'll be familiar with the idea of waiting and nourishment and the idea of resoluteness and breakthrough. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Thanks for tuning in. If you're interested in a personal reading, the information about those is in the description box. Take care. Thanks again.